Last year, Euler Motors introduced their first electric three-wheeler in India called the HiLoad EV. And we had some great fun reviewing that particular electric three-wheeler in Delhi last year. But for now, Euler has updated its three-wheeler with a facelift and a couple of upgrades as well. Hello and welcome to TriSpark. This is Bharadwaj, and what you're looking at here is the Euler HiLoad Plus EV. And we're going to tell you everything about this electric three-wheeler. Let's get started. So let's start with the differences between the HiLoad EV Plus and the HiLoad EV that we already reviewed. Starting with the pricing, the pre-facelift model, that's the HiLoad, is priced at around 4.27 lakh rupees on road Bangalore. But the newer model, the facelift, gets a price increase of around 18,000 rupees and is priced at 4.45 lakh rupees. You get two body types in this. There's a 130 cubic feet capacity and there's a 170 cubic feet capacity for the loading. The 170 cubic feet capacity is rupees 10,000 more than the 130 cubic feet that you're seeing right here. With that, in terms of design, there are a few changes as well. What you see here, the whole front fascia is changed. On the earlier model, you used to get round headlamps and round indicators all separated. But right now, the headlamp and the indicator sits all in one cluster, making it a very seamless design, and you get Euler badging also right there. The front fender also has grown a little bit in size. And actually, with all the changes in the front, the profile of the three-wheeler looks really wide and more pronounced than the earlier model. So that's about the changes that have happened in the front. Now moving to the side profile, you actually don't get to see any changes at all. It continues to be powered by their arc reactor electric powertrain. So one good thing about the particular section right here is you can see all the charging bits are right here. This is actually the adapter or the regulator that comes with the charging cable. So you do not have to carry this. This is attached to the vehicle. So all you need to have is a regular cable to charge it. There is no charging structure or anything that you have to carry, which is a very good thing for an electric vehicle that you do not have to worry about. But everything else remains the same. It is a delivery vehicle. That's why you can see a fully constructed a compartment right here. Now let me talk a little bit about different configurations that the Euler motor offers on the HiLoad Plus EV. So this is a delivery vehicle. This is one configuration. With that, you also have a half bed or the pickup. With that, you also get a high deck model where the top is not covered. And also there is a pickup or a low deck model that is also available for customers to purchase. Now everything, like including the gross vehicle weight and the payload capacity, remains the same as the previous model as well. So the gross vehicle weight is rated at 1.4 ton and the payload capacity is rated at 0.65 ton. So decent payload capacity for an electric vehicle of this size. Definitely makes a lot of sense for short trips and short commutes. Talking about the delivery vehicle compartment itself, it is 6.1 feet tall and 4.8 feet in length. The width of the delivery deck is around 4.4 feet, giving you a good access and a good distribution of load. So this is the back of the delivery vehicle, and you can see there are good amount of weather stripping available for the the complete deck model, the delivery van, and you also get good amount of reflectors to keep the visibility high at all weather conditions. And if you see down below, you get to see a LED tail lamp cluster along with the reverse light and also the indicator. So down below, if you see in the center of the vehicle, you get to see a motor that is placed in the center, and it is a 10.96 kilowatt motor, and it produces 88 Newton meters of torque. And talking about the suspension at the rear, it gets a trailing arm link with a coil spring suspension. There's no leaf spring over here. It is a more modern coil spring suspension rather than the old school leaf suspension. Now that I've explained the exteriors and also different charging solutions that is present for the HiLoad EV Plus, now it's time to check out the cabin. Let's go. So sitting inside, the cabin is actually a familiar place. Not much has changed. The only thing that is a noticeable change is the placement of the spare wheel. Now it is right under the seat. Earlier it used to be outside, and also the mechanism of the brake lever has changed. Earlier it used to be a press, now it is a push kind of brake lever. Apart from that, everything else remains the same. You get a digital instrument cluster right here. You get some switches for the wiper, headlight and also hazard, and you get a USB socket right there to charge your device, and you also get a phone holder right here for ease of navigation. Brilliant idea by Euler Motors right here. And you also get the 3 modes, drive modes that is present right here. That's the reverse, neutral and drive. So all this is controlled very conveniently, and the driver also gets a pretty good decent seat. There is no place for a passenger right here. It's only for the driver since it's only a single seater, and also some more ventilation is also allowed through a rear window right there, and also 2 windows which slide down to let some ventilation inside. Apart from that, it remains a very simple cabin and a functional cabin too. So now it's time to take this out for a spin and recreate that historic moment when we drove this in Delhi. It's definitely fun to ride. Ooh, the third is working! It's actually good. Very good. Very good region braking, huh? It actually came alive when the battery went below 88%. Now I'm accelerating, and let me accelerate full. Drop it. Regen, stop. Good region braking. Talking about some other factors right here, the motor is a 10.9 kilowatt motor, and battery is slightly upgraded by 0.5 kilowatt hour, so it now gets a 13 kilowatt hour battery. So with that comes enhanced range. The ARAI certified range is around 170 kilometer per charge, but customers who are driving this particular HiLoad Plus EV have reported saying that they might get somewhere around 135 kilometers per charge, which is pretty decent, and aids for a better uptime as well. With that, it also gets a regenerative braking, as you just saw, which will put back some range and give you that enhanced range, and give you that bit more functionality as well. Apart from that, in terms of drivability, it feels a little bit solid, and you have to get used to this 3-wheeler format. It's always a tricky one. Whenever it's a 3-wheeler, you'll have to really keep your surroundings in check, and also while you're doing U-turns, you better be in a very low speed because of that 3-wheeler format. In terms of braking as well, it is pretty decent. It is not sharp. That's because a sharp braking is something that you won't find on commercial vehicles because of all the load that is present behind you. So in terms of driving experience, it is certainly almost the same as the one we drove it in Delhi. So it is pretty decent. Pretty much the same 3-wheeler that you're so used to. You won't feel anything different. But the one thing is that since this is an electric motor, you get that instant torque and good pickup as well. Over the course of acceleration, the vehicle will gain momentum a lot, but it will stop gaining momentum at 48 kilometers per hour because that's the top speed of this vehicle. Having said that, 48 kilometers per hour inside the city must be alright because you average somewhere around 20 to 25 kilometers per hour. So 48 kilometers per hour is pretty decent, is what I would like to say. So in terms of charging time, this features both DC fast charging and AC charging as well. So for AC charger, you will have to spend somewhere around 3 to 4 hours for completely charging the battery. That is with a regular 15 amp socket. But if you're planning to do some DC charging, that's fast charging. So if you charge it for like 15 minutes, you will get a range of around 50 kilometers per charge. So that's our short impression about the Euler HiLoad Plus EV. It's a pretty decent machine to drive around, and it gives you ample performance and a feature like regenerative braking, along with a very utilitarian cabin. Definitely there is no sound deadening here. That's the reason you are hearing my teeny voice. But having said that, there is a lot of air around with these windows, 3 windows. So a good one indeed, and time for my epic one. So that was our take on the new HiLoad Plus EV. Yes, I agree, the price tag seems a little bit steep for a vehicle this size, but we need to remember that it is an electric vehicle, and the majority of the costing will add up to that 13 kilowatt hour battery pack. Apart from that, the running cost compared to a ICE vehicle will be very low because of its low operating cost. With that, definitely owners can win some money back, and also with the low maintenance, it will have a better uptime than the ICE vehicles combined. So what did you think about the Euler HiLoad Plus EV? Would this be your next three-wheeler purchase in your commercial vehicle segment? Let us know in the comments below. Also like and share this video, and do subscribe to Drive Spark if you haven't done it already. This is Bharadwaj, and that is the HiLoad Plus EV. I shall see you in the next one.